Hello everybody, my name is Jaylee. Thank you for joining me tonight. Over the last few weeks I've been doing lots of reading about mathematical phenomena that are found in nature. So over the weekend I went for a walk down the beach and all I could see were the patterns in the leaves, the tessellations in the flowers. It was just amazing. Once you learn about it, it's really hard to not see it anymore. So this is the basis of my activity. My activity is based for children aged about 4 to 5 years old, because what we know about these children are that they are active investigators. They like hands-on, things that interest them. A walk down the beach, probably up most of the children's interest levels. So on my walk I discovered a lot of things. I'd like to show you some things that I found. I found, where is it, this one. Just a great example of patterns, symmetry, even tessellation really, because it all fits perfectly together. So the start of the activity would be a nature hunt down the beach. So this is adult guided because it's pre-planned. This is adult guided, and then once we pick up a few things, children will come up to you and say, oh look, I found this, and look, they're all the same. The leaves on the boat, look at the leaves on both sides, they just match. So hopefully the children will discover for themselves. This is what we want. We want the children to be coming up with the ideas themselves. This is called the naturalistic form of learning, when the children comes up with the idea. It becomes informal when the adult responds to the child and says, oh, wow, I can see all those long lines. It looks like a pattern. And it's also symmetry. You've just discovered symmetry all by yourself. That's the adult guided, and informal is when we go back to the classroom. So once you're done with the nature walk, come back to the classroom, put it on the floor, sit around in a circle, encourage all the children to come and sit down. What have you discovered? Let's talk about what everybody discovered on the nature walk. So children will hopefully come up with the patterns and the ideas on they're the same and they're different, and look at all the different colours. All of these things are mathematical concepts that children will learn, natural phenomena. It's a great way to start an activity for children aged 4 to 5 because they're bringing what they know from home as well. Obviously children would have found things at home in the environment and talked about them, so we're building on from what children know, which is called funds of knowledge. So one way that we can extend from this activity is to take photos of the materials. Take photos of everything that the children, or most of the things that the children found, especially the ones that have mathematical properties and concepts that you can encourage children to learn. So you can either put them on the table like this, or another way that you can do it is to cut everything in half. So make them big, print them off, cut them in half, and then scatter them on the table. So there's all of these photos blown up, scattered on the table, and the children are then encouraged to match everything. This is developing their understanding of symmetrical properties. So it really depends on what the children learn and their wonderings and their inquiries. The role of the adult is to write down everything that the children are learning so that they can extend on from this later on. So where could it lead? So there's a few ways. If the child talked about the leaves and that they were the same on both sides, you could always do a painting with children where they just paint on one side. Encourage, how they do the print. Draw the line down the middle, encourage them to paint just on this side, and then get them to fold it in half, and when they open it up, it would be a pattern, probably look like a butterfly. That's one activity that you can do. Another activity could be, you could get the blocks out, and you could get the shapes out, talk about shapes, and encourage them to put the blocks on both sides in the same place. This is symmetry. This is the children learning symmetry. What else do you think? What else do you think could be a way to encourage children to learn the concepts of mathematical phenomena in nature? Thank you for listening. Are there any questions? No? Well, let me know how you go. I'd love to see everybody's feedback from this presentation and your activities as well. Thank you. Bye.